Hello and welcome back to Xavier on Senji Plays Trails of Cold Steel. Excuse me, Trails of Sub-Zero. Excuse me, I don't know where that came from. What am I doing? Alright, I gotta go visit the thing. How do you get there? There's gotta be a way to... There's a treasure... There's a chest for opening everything! The thing, I gotta do it! How... No... Yes... How... Where... God, I don't remember. West Street. He said Mr. Grimwood. Where am I at? I'm at West Street. Okay. No! Go back! There's gotta be a way to get down there! How do you do it? There's like some secret door? Ah! Yes, there is! Stairs! Yeah! Eagle Eye! What is that? What is that? Let's see. Eagle Eye. It displays enemies on the minimap. Affects the whole party. Sure. Cool! Cool. Alright, so yeah, I'm supposed to go talk to Grimwood, who is supposedly gonna help us out. Hold on, before I get started, I guarantee that's gonna be a Geofront thing. That's gotta be a Geofront. Unless... that's gonna be a Geofront thing. Alright, so where's this stupid... lawman at? Yeah, see that? See, there's like a little exit. Where's this stupid office? This is the morgue! Move, kids! He did say West Street, right? She suggested seeking advice from Ian Grimwood, the proprietor of Grimwood Law Office on West Street. Okay. And I'm guessing that's the general store, so where the heck is his law office? Oh. I was right by it. Grimwood Law Office. I believe this is the place. Yeah, I've seen it around the neighborhood before. Oh, it's an owner. I thought it... I can read. I had no idea there was such a prestigious... He was such a prestigious lawyer, however. Sensei? Well then, Mr. Grimwood, I'm sure we'll speak again in the near future. Of course, I'll be here. Can your division do anything more to solve this, though? I'd wish you'd think a little more about how this will impact the citizens. Carrying favor with the populace is not my responsibility, if you'll excuse me. You four. It looks like Machias. Is something the matter? Ah, I see. So you're the guy Sergei decided to adopt. Come again? Hold on, that badge. You work for the CPD too? Well, who I am isn't important to you. I imagine you're here to speak with Mr. Grimwood. Whatever it is, I hope you don't intend on me wasting my time. That's not what I meant to say. Unlike you useless rookies, he's a busy man. Excuse me? What was his problem? He looks like a detective from one of the investigation divisions. He appeared to be the arrogant type. Maybe. But I get the feeling Specs there can hold his own. Did you notice the weapon wrapped under his left arm? Wait, he had a weapon? I didn't even see it. Man, Randy, you got like freaking eagle eyes. Impressive observation, Randy. I detected it with my sensors. He carried a large handgun, military grade, I believe. Yeah, sounds about right. Dang, guys. You two are amazing. It was nothing. I just managed to catch it out of the corner of my... Man, don't be so modest. You are cool. More importantly, shouldn't we head in and talk to the lawyer? Oh, right. I'm sure he's busy. You really forget how long these games are until you're actually voicing everything. Forget something, detective? Oh, pardon me. I mistook you for someone else. Welcome to Grimwood Law Office. How can I help you today? Oh, no need to hold back. If you have a question, ask away. You four look quite young. Have you gotten into some trouble with loans? Or perhaps you're looking to open a business together. What a nice sounding dude. Come now, ask me anything. Ha ha ha. No sir, it's nothing like that. This guy's got a lot of energy for an old man. So this is the face of Grizzly Grim. I see the rumors are true. Hold on. Now that I've taken a closer look, I can't help but feel I've seen you somewhere before, young man. Are you one of the kids that used to live in the neighborhood? Wow, you remember me? That's right, I lived in one of the apartment complexes here about 3 years ago. Allow me to properly introduce myself. My name is Lloyd Bannings. So you did live here? Yes, that explains why you look so familiar. Ha ha! Wait. Bannings? And could you be Guy Banning's younger brother? Well, yeah, I am. You knew my brother then? More than just knew him, we... Never mind. I suppose you're here to discuss something important. Come on in. You can fill me in on what the details once we take a seat. Oh, and where are my manners? I'm Ian Grimwood, lawyer and head of this law firm. Cool. Naruhodo. I was wondering when I would meet the SSS that Sergei told me about. Oh, did you? I can't tell if he's chastening them or not. Yeah, well, we took some liberties with that article. Well, they sure took some liberties with that article. So, Guy's younger brother is a police officer now, too. My, how wonderful. I can only imagine this is Adios' will. Mr. Grimwood, can I ask what your relationship with my brother was? Well, the same one I expect you and I will now have. Guy used to drop by occasionally to share and exchange all sorts of information with me. As I'm sure you know, he was an incredibly talented detective. So I'd wager he'd end up helping me far more than I was able to help him. Wait a moment. Your older brother was a detective? Heck, man, you didn't even tell us about him. Sorry, guys, I guess it just never came up. Besides, Guy's no longer with us. You mean he was killed in the line of duty about 3 years ago now? Oh, that explains why he left Crossbell. What happened to Guy was tragic. Believe it or not, I've conducted my own investigations into that particular incident. Sadly, any leads that may exist elude me. Is that so? Well, let's put that aside for now. It's not why we've come today. Yeah, stick to the point. Yeah, we've explained it to you. Is there anything you can share with us pertaining to Rivachi or its recent incidents? There's a name surrounded by nothing but sinister rumors. Illegal dealings with both the Empire and the Republic. The selling of goods, mirror laundering. For those who don't know, the Empire is referring to Erebonia and the Republic is referring to Calvard. Both of which have games for them. Trails of Cold Steel and the Empire is Kurono Kiseki. Which is not out in America yet, so I can't play it. I mean, I could get my hands on the game, but I can't read Japanese, so it will not do me any good. Weapon trafficking, and even operating as the middleman for hiring Jaegers. I'd say it's more likely they take advantage of Crossbell's unique situation to aid them in each and every one of their long list of crimes. What do you mean by unique situation? What he means is the trade and commerce have grown exponentially over the past few years. Crossbell's political foundation is quickly deteriorating, right? Well put. Crossbell politics are currently in an extremely fragile state. What year is it? Like, I don't know when this is taking place. Not the year the game came out, but the year in the game world. Oh, geez, I'm in high-speed mode. I didn't even realize. The majority of politicians choose to align themselves with either the Empire or the Republic. Yeah. Even if some of the legislation to crack down on Rivachi was proposed, it would never pass. There are simply too many Diet members in their pocket. For real? Unfortunately, he's correct. The number of Diet members tied to the Mafia is higher than I'd like to admit. They're likely the main reason the police can't touch them. The issue seems to be quite complicated, or perhaps I'm simply too young to understand. Does that mean Rivachi can commit any crime they want with no repercussions? No, it hasn't gotten to that point yet. If the government were to turn a blind eye to any obvious crimes on their part, I'm sure it would send Crossbellians and our surrounding nations into an uproar. Therefore, Rivachi has been very careful to avoid directly interfering with the citizenry's daily lives. However, as long as they don't actually cross that line, the CPD won't lay a finger on them. They've overlooked so many of Rivachi's smaller crimes that they can't see what they all have added up to. This can't be real. Reality ain't so pretty. Behind the city's neon lights, there are more demons lurking in the shadows. Or there are demons lurking in the shadows. I can only wonder what sort of information is inside this highly classified documents. That's essentially all I know about Rivachi. However, I need to mention that the situation with the Mafia has taken a turn. Oh, that's right. They were investigating the gang war, and they suspect that the Mafia was behind it as the third party, right? Yeah. Yeah. It's been like a week since I played this. Could you explain? I hear even the CPD has only just acquired this intel, but apparently a new faction strong enough to oppose Rivachi was recently surfaced. By all accounts, they are quite powerful indeed. A new faction? Surely it's not the Bracer Guild, right? No, this new faction isn't a threat to Ravachi because they're looking to bring them to justice. It's a threat because they're the same line of business. There's a powerful organization that operates out of the Republic's eastern quarter, and it's apparently managed to worm its way into Crossbell. Whoa. What? You're certain of this? Yes. Previous rumors on this organization turned out to be true, and I have no reason to be skeptical now. They're called... Hey, yeah. Oh! I know them. Well, I know of them. Just recently, a new commercial unit registered on the name of Heiyei Trading opened for business in the Harbor District. Heiyei. The name certainly seems to be of Eastern origins. Hold on a minute. Okay. So they're on the continent of Zemuria. Would you have Northumbria and Laburo, I think, to the north? You have Erebonia in kind of like the left, and then to the south, or to the right, you got Crossbell, and then even further right, you've got Calvard. Right? I don't know. I just like want to see a map. The petty fights we've seen between the street gangs would be nothing compared to that. I forgot I was talking. You're absolutely right. At the very least, there haven't been overt signs of a dispute between the two groups just yet. However, I wouldn't be surprised if they began battling each other outside of the public eye. The 1st Division seems to be keeping a close eye on the whole thing. So the man with glasses who left right when we got here was Detective Dudley? Dudley. I gave him the appropriate voice. I gave him a voice like this. Coincidentally, he was asking questions on the same topic. It must have been horrible for him. Lloyd? You went quiet all of a sudden. Let me guess, you noticed something. Yeah. Still need time to sort it out in my head, though. Thank you so much, Mr. Grimwood. Without your help, we wouldn't have been able to find the lead we need to move forward with our investigation. I'm just glad I could be of assistance. Sergei's house. Always been a big help to me. If you ever run into any problems, you're welcome to come by anytime. Cool. Alright, Lloyd, what you got? Let's figure out. So what's our next course of action? Should we go back to the SSS building and sort through all the information we've gathered? Good idea. But before we do that, now's the time to wrap up any unfinished business we have to take care of. I'll not just right, the truth of these incidents is correct. Well, let's just say we're in for a bumpy ride. Whoa, we'll just have to buckle up, won't we? Anyway, let's head back to base once we've crossed off everything on our to-do list. Sound good? Yes, it does. Let us make haste. Yep. Yeah. Alright, let's see. What's that? A message, maybe? Hmm? There's a note stuck to the bulletin board. I've got some errands to run. Wrap up the case however you see fit. Oh, I guess he stepped out. Once the Betty ran away because the case seemed like a pain in the butt. I cannot rule out that possibility. Well, at the very least, we've been given permission to see the case however we like. So what's on your mind? What's our next step? Should we review what we know? Yeah, definitely. To start the meeting, inspect them, and mark at the table. Yeah! Yay! Oh, okay. Let's go ahead and save, just in case. I get the feeling this next cutscene's gonna be really long. It's not long when I'm just reading it, but when I'm having to speak everything. Oh. Hey! Start the meeting. Let's get the meeting started then. First of all, we should review our information, what's relevant to the case. This incident took place around midnight, 5 days ago. Members of the Saber Vipers and Testaments were ambushed by unknown assailants. However, the attacks occurred at 2 different locations in the city's downtown district. Here and here. Yeah. The Testaments were under attack in the alleyway to the west, and the Saber Vipers got messed up in front of Ignis, which is toward the east. In other words, the attacks happened at opposite ends of the area. Exactly. By spacing them this far apart, it prevented each group from immediately learning about the attack on the other. So, consequently, each group came to the conclusion they were attacked by the other, which is what we confirmed today. Yeah, the only answer that makes sense is that there's a third party involved. Unless both groups rehearse their accounts, chances of either group being responsible for attacking the other is pretty slim. Agreed. Based on the evidence so far, it's safe to assume the attacks were the work of some third party. All we can do is consider all the possibilities and rule out the ones that don't seem feasible. But we already have an idea of what the third party might be, isn't that right, Lloyd? Yeah. In control the notorious mafia, Ravachi. According to the intel Gray shared with us, someone spotted suspicious snooping around the downtown district a couple of weeks ago. Unfortunately, we don't have the time to verify the credibility of that. But for now, let's continue to review with the assumptions that Ravachi was responsible. Well, that just brings us to the next question. What was their motive? Exactly, figuring out that the answer to that is crucial. If we can figure out their motive, we're all the way back to square one. Motive, huh? There's hardly a conflict of interest between the Mafia and the 2 gangs. There must be some line that connects the 3 dots together. I imagine you already have some idea what it is, don't you, Lloyd? I can't say with absolute certainty, of course, but I think at least one thing that might connect these 2 are these 3 factors. It would be the only realistic possibilities. Our grizzly friend mentioned them. Yeah, I got it right! If that's the case, what about Heie connects these 3? In order to be connected, there must be some necessity. For example, was it the connection with Heie that made the attacks against the 2 kings unavoidable? Yeah, that would explain everything. Oh? What you thinking? Well, about the necessity Tio mentioned. What do you think Ravachi would do if they found out Heie was trying to establish a foothold in Crossbow? Well, I'd imagine they'd want to build up their forces pronto. recruit more people and upgrade their weaponry, you know? Rivachi should have no problems getting new weapons, given their known smuggling operations. But how do they go about recruiting people? Good question. Normally, you'd hire Jaegers. But that's unlikely in Crossbell's case, given the scrutiny the neighboring countries put on us. Scrutiny. So long as the non-aggression pact stands, Ereboni and Calvard would never overlook unauthorized Jaegers entering the state. The two Diet factions representing them would likely react the same way, too. Oh, that's it! Like, could the Mafia be recruiting the gang members? Hot-boiled and more or less disciplined. I can't think of a perfect pool of candidates to beef up the Mafia's presence in the city. There are certain individuals to each gang preventing that, aren't there? Right. I can never see Wazy cooperating with the Mafia, and I doubt Wald will do any bow down to any kind of authority, even Rivachi. Yeah. So their goal is to take both of them out. He's not the type of person that would let others boss him around. So Rivachi realizes this and plots to weaken the two gangs, intending to swoop in later and bag the remaining members. Oh, that must be it. Remember, this is nothing more than a theory. All we've done is bring together the facts and try to make sense of them. Aw, look at you, being all modest. I think your analysis of the situation isn't too far from the truth, Lloyd. Your reasoning is sound and logical. Clearly, your detective certifications were well earned. Thanks, guys, I appreciate it. So, everyone, our next move should be to explain our theory to those two, don't you think? Those two? Hey, you don't mean... I sure do. Wald Wales and Wazy Hemisphere. Leaders of the Saber Vipers and the Testaments. Hey. Let's go! Station Street near the construction materials are stored. Asking me to come out here in the middle of the night. What those police brats think they're dealing with. No. Is that the last train bound for Calvard? Yes, I believe it was. Wazy? Wazy. Good evening, Wald. What a beautiful night to bathe in the mystic moonlight, wouldn't you agree? Oh, this is rich. You pretended to be one of those CPD pipsqueaks to catch me off guard. You must think you're pretty clever. Fine, bring it on, pretty boy. If you're looking for a fight, I'd be more than happy to give you one. Let's end this. You know, I'm always up for a bit of late-night wrestling. But alas, I am but a mere guest at this rendezvous. The heck does that mean? You'll see soon, they just arrived. It's you punks! Sorry to keep you guys waiting. Oh no, it's a pleasure to be here. So what's the anecdote you promised to share with us? Well, I don't know if fun is the right word exactly, but I'm sure you'll both find it interesting at the very least. Hold the phone! Anecdotes, fun? What the heck are you two going on about? Oh, Wald, you're such a simpleton. What did you... Surely you remember the incidents that occurred 5 nights ago. They're here to tell us who they believe the culprit was, obviously. The culprit? What do you mean? Impressive deduction, Wazy. I assume you already had your own suspicions. Well, at first, I wondered if one of my members had perhaps acted out of line. But as I started to sort things out, I realized something was off about the whole situation. That goes for the Saber's Viper side, too. That's as far as my deductions could take me. I see, now I'll make things easier to explain at least. Walled whales. I know there's still gaps in our theory. Still, would you listen to what we found so far? Fine. Keep it short. Waste a minute of my time and I'll smash that baby face of yours in. And that's what we come up with us information on hand. I'd like to hear each of your thoughts on it. My, how unexpected. To think that we played right into the Mafia's hands. Does that mean you agree with Lloyd's theory? But of course. After all, Vivace sent some of their agents to visit us already. They asked us to work for them, promising us the moon and the stars for our service. Needless to say, I immediately turned them down and put them on their merry way. Huh, interesting. That settles things for one of them, then. So, Wald? I assume the Mafia paid you a social call as well? Yeah, about a month ago. They were acting all high and mighty, so I decided to show them what real strength looked like, send them packing real fast. Can't believe they actually had the balls to pull a fast one on me like this. Wazzy, I'm postponing our duel. First, I gotta warm up by crushing the smug mugs of those mobsters. Wait, you can't! Such a short temper. Calm down, Wald. Acting recklessly will just lead to... The last time was merely jest, but you really are a simpleton. Say that again! You know perfectly well you don't stand a chance against the Mafia on your own. Just imagine it. With the leader of the Saber Vipers, Walled Whales, waltzing into the Mafia's sights like a pig to slaughter, you wouldn't stand a chance. Shut it! You don't know what'll happen until we try. Maybe you could survive, but what about your poor little Vipers? Can they catch bullets with their teeth? What do you propose we do, you bony... What? Oh. It's like wissies? What's a wissy? You really expect me to just sit here and swallow the shame of having him hurt one of us like that? Huh, of course I don't. I believe only a small part of the Mafia was actually involved in this little scheme. As such, there's no need to take the whole organization on, just a handful who have it coming. Now, just the way to get our revenge and ensure they never show their faces in the downtown district ever again. I require your help, though, Wald. You need my help? Hold on, you two. What are you planning? If you do anything to break the law... Oh, relax. If anything illegal happens, you'll be right there to stop it. After all, you're helping, too. Isn't it your responsibility to resolve the conflict brewing in the downtown district? I'd claim that's your obligation to gently persuade the Mafia into leaving all of us alone for good. Do correct me if I'm wrong, Lloyd. Well, what exactly is he talking about? I do not understand either. Well, looks like he's about to sink his fangs into poor Lloyd. Remember, it was you who bothered to call us out here and share your grand theory. Is it only natural to see this case through? Get it, let's go! 3 days passed since then. Confrontation between the rival gangs died down, fortunately. The downtown district was enveloped in an atmosphere so tranquil, it bordered on eerie. Then... Alright, let's go! Hey, it's the Mafia. It's way too quiet down here. Went through all that effort and those guys still haven't torn each other apart. Don't worry, those guys are toast on gasoline at this point. One small spark and everything will be up in flames. Those Moors won't even know what hit them. All we gotta do is find another underling or two and beat the crap out of them. Blue-red doesn't matter. So you should see one kick their butts. And for his own sake, you better not get caught. Or for your own sake. Use a slingshot for a viper. And just bash one of those Testament guys from behind. Got it. Let the fun begin. Hunt begin, boys. Aw, man. I'll go down that alleyway. One tiny blue bunny down. What an idiot. Fell right into our trap. We don't got time. Rough him up, boys. Just be sure not to kill him. This is just business. No hard feelings. Think again! Did it, Lloyd? What the heck? Man, I'm honestly a little shocked. I didn't expect you'd fall for our trap so easily. Who the heck is this guy? Tell you the truth, I'd be fine cuffing you and take you down to the prefect already. But I'm not sure the force will just one sting operation sufficient evidence to hold you. So I'll have to let you go this time. Oh crap, don't tell me this guy's with... He's a cop?! Don't worry, boys, he's just a special helper. Dude, are you serious? How the heck they'd fall for this? Lloyd's prediction was impeccable. Are you alright, Lloyd? Yeah, I'm fine. Putting that chopped exhaustion pad under my hood was definitely a good call, though. Darn it! They were on to us? Since when? Well then, gentlemen, that raises the question. What will be your next move? Surrender peacefully now, and I may be merciful towards your misdeeds. Or if you prefer, we can do the hunting this time. Think that may prove entertaining. Quick, split up! Call Randy. I can't believe those brats got the police involved. We need to contact headquarters and request backup. But if the boss find out we're screwed, he'll... Fine, then we should at least... Where do you guys think you're going? Get him, Walt! Oh. When did they get here? Checkmate. Indeed, it's up to Randy and Lloyd now. There's some morons. Got no choice now, we'll just go from the back. Real quick, I just want to say I like this song. A valiant effort, but no dice. Where did you come from? Huh, jump for it! Hey, how's it going? You've got nowhere to run now. Poor guys have no idea what's about to hit them. Sorry to disappoint, but our little fun game of cops and robbers has come to an end. Surely you know it's your best option to surrender. Look at you cocky little brats, you think you're so smart. Well, how about show you what happens when you force professionals to get serious? But I hope you live to regret it. And it seems they want to fight after all. I, for one, am happy to oblige. I can continue to count on your support, right, Lloyd? Funnily enough, I almost said the same thing. Let's do this. Bring it on! Do I actually get to control him? Oh, snap! Ooh. Analyze. See, chop, chop, chop. Whap! Whap! Oh god, dodge! Oh no! Lloyd! Oh god, he's dead! Oh no! Oh god, Lloyd! I didn't expect you to die! No! Oh! Oh, Randy. Oh! Oh! Oh god, Randy! Hit him up! Hit him up, son! Hit him up! Ah, snap. Cool. Deadly Haven! Ooh. I didn't know I'd get to play as this dude. This is so cool! Bam, 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 bam! Look at that. Look at it. It's so cool. Nice. Oh! Ah. Aw, man. Lloyd. Tear bomb, yay! This is for your cold dead corpse. You brats. I knew there weren't going to be pushovers, but that was tough. That guy had one heck of a gun. Seemed military grade to me. I bet good mirror it was made in Erebonia. I'm sure that's just one of the many kinds of weapons the group smuggles. Yep. By the way, Lloyd, I must say you played your part as bait to perfection. The dramatic confrontation and fall, it looked so real, it had me on the edge of my seat. Well, your plan didn't give me much of a choice, did it? I was about to let anyone else put themselves in harm's way. Man, that was your reason for putting yourself in the crosshairs? Don't know if I should say you're a nice guy or just a sucker. Sorry. That soft-hearted nature of yours is sure to cause problems in the future. Although I don't necessarily find that part of you to be a turn-off. Huh? Anyways, I was able to exact my revenge. It was thanks to that. Hold on. Your cooperation was much appreciated. Cocky little... Acting like you've won. Now you've done it, you sons of... From this day on, you've made an enemy of Fervacci. You rookies will rue the day. All the time members are on our payroll. Don't you think you'll be able to get off scot-free? Is that what you think? Get him, Wald. Looks like you haven't taken a lesson to heart yet. New plan. I'm gonna hang you upside down like a bunch of punching bags, and then we'll beat the absolute crap out of you. Please. Wait, that's going to... Not to worry, you can leave the rest to us. Well, try not to get too carried away, okay? These guys are professionals after all. They could bite back even stronger next time if you mess with them too much. Ugh, whatever. How about this, boys? Why don't we keep this little friendly spat to ourselves? I doubt pros like yourselves will want your bosses to find out you got your butts handed to you by a bunch of brats like us. Such a pathetic report wouldn't go over well, now would it? Get bent. You'd be too arch under if we were taking you seriously. My, I'm no lawyer, but if you ask me, it's probably in your best interest to bow out now. Yup. Ooh, what are you doing here? I've been keeping my eyes peeled for my favorite new rookies the past few days. And much of my expectations, what an absolute feast of information you've given me. Oh boy, I'm dying to write a riveting tale in my next article about this unlikely operation. Why you're just some from the local rag. Well, circumstances are more complicated than I care for, so I won't reveal your names. However, if you bad boys are caught pulling another stunt like this, I can't make any promises. Yeah. Whatever, we'll be going. But if you don't keep your word, lady. Yes, standard threat issue, I got it. To be fair, though, you're the ones who should be worrying about keeping your promises. Wouldn't want to be in hot water, would we? Cross the line again, and a little birdie told me you might find bracers on your trails. Ooh, the bracers! Just a little FYI, Arius was strongly considering taking over this case. Naturally, being as in demand as he is, he was totally up to his neck in request. He figured he'd leave it in your guys' hands this time. Is that true? He's keeping tabs on us then. Appears to be the case. As if we'd be naughty to make an enemy of Arius McLean. He is an A-rank bracer. There's no point in staying in this dump. We're out of here. Oh boy, Arius McLean, the Divine Blade of Wind. I've heard my fair share about his exploits, but I don't think the name alone will be enough to send the Mafia backing. The hell with... Oh, didn't mean to say that. Forgive me for that. Screw it. Show's over, boys. Get your butts moving. We're leaving. Bye. I must say, I couldn't have done it without your help. I'm assuming this means mission accomplished for you? Yeah, I suppose so. I guess the original mission was only to stop the fight between your gangs a few days ago. Anyway, you shouldn't have a reason to war on with Wald anymore. What are you going on about now? What? Whether the Mafia is involved or not, it's not like our relations with the Saber Vipers are going to change overnight. We're still going to view each other as a blight on our territory. That won't change. Sure, there probably won't be another large conflict for us, but our regular scuffles are bound to continue, no doubt about it. Hold on now! If you don't want our future fights to get out of hand, you're more than welcome to stop by and intervene when the time comes. Perhaps you could even join in our amicable little disputes. I'd welcome you with loving arms. I don't get the impression he's joking in the slightest. Well then, I wish you sweet dreams, everyone! Let us return, Abbas. Our crusade is ended. Let us withdraw. Yeah. That sounded so half-hearted. What an impeccable group, encourageable group of men. Leave them be. They're just a bunch of hot-headed dudes who ran for a fight. Nothing you can really do about it. For once, you might be right. More importantly, we successfully resolved our mission. Isn't that right, Lloyd? But yeah, for sure. Just doesn't feel very satisfying for some reason. They're still not good enough. We had to rely on someone else to finish the job yet again. How's that? Did I nail it? Well... What use is petty pride? There's nothing wrong with accepting a little help in times like these. How else are you going to uncover the full truth? Yeah, man, you gotta learn to, like, accept help whenever it's offered, just like your brother. I think it's time for me to head home now. I gotta go exfoliate. 99. Yeah, that's what I call it when I take a bath. Exfoliate. Man, your brother sure was pretty famous. Judging from what we heard, it sounds like he was an incredibly talented individual. When he was on the job, there weren't a lot of people that could outrank him when it came to proactiveness and persistence. At any rate, our mission is completed. Let's return to the SSS building and give our report. I think I get the picture. Well, that's about what I expected from you guys. If you get another case like this, I'm sure you'll be able to handle it better. Yes, sir. He's pretty hard to please. Anyway, I'm sure you caught a glimpse of it during the case. The thorny, problematic side of Crossbell. Well, it's definitely going to be a pain in the butt. Crossbell's seedy underbelly. Seedy. It's true. Let me just remind you that the people over CPD headquarters are nothing but incompetent. Sure, some idiots decide to trade away their dignity for bribes. Most of the detectives are pretty capable. They've got morals and a sense of justice. However, they're often stopped by certain barriers. Politicians and public officials who've sold their honor to the Mafia, for example. So how about it, Lloyd? You ready to turn in your badge and become a bracer? No, sir. You really would be a better bracer. These barriers are the reason the SSS was established, right? Ooh. Protect civilians above all else. The bracers code is admirable, but it has its own limitations. Some problems can't be solved by that alone. Well, that's true. Smuggling and illegal arms dealings, the sale of stolen goods and mirror laundering, collusions between the Mafia and government officials. They're all problems that are outside the bracer's jurisdiction. You just got a point. So even the power of the supporting gauntlet has its limitations. However, as police officers, we have the power to right these wrongs. Countless barriers may stand in our way, but the possibility of getting over them isn't zero. Trails from zero indeed. We are the SSS. Hopefully I'm not being too optimistic. I don't think reality is not as simple as you make it out to be. I agree with the possibility is never zero. Take a look at this guy, would you? Dueling with the head of a delinquent group, volunteering as bait to lure out the Mafia. Here, I pegged you as you pegged in serious test, but turned you're as hot-blooded as they come. I'm not really sure if hot-blooded is the right term, Randy. Still, working with you on this last case helped me realize this. While it's true that we're still inexperienced, as long as we stick together, no matter how high they may be, there isn't a single barrier we can't overcome. Lloyd? Well, how about that? Perhaps the cheesiest speech yet. You don't have to laugh that hard, Chief. You may think I have heads. I think you're fine the way you are. True to the SSS created under some complicated circumstances. It's your guys' job to decide where you go from there. Use the division however you see fit. Chief, I might not be able to give you much direct assistance in your missions, but if you end up pulling some crazy stunt and take off HQ, I can at least toss you a bone and cover you guys. We appreciate it, Chief. I see a pretty laissez-faire approach. Sheesh. Being misunderstanding is one thing. This is getting closer to carelessness, Chief. Perhaps laziness is more apt. Just a perk of being a no-good adult. Will the SSS remain a pale contemner? Oh, it'll become something new! Jeez! I, for one, am going to kick back with a cigarette and watch the fireworks. Let's go. Let me save it. Yo! I did it! I said I would finish the prologue next episode, and I did. Yeah, bonus CP! Woo woo! Detective 14th class! Woo woo! Yeah, welcome to the force! And unflinching justice. Just earned 2 trophies. Alright, delete save data? Alright, time to save it. I'd say that's the perfect spot to end this episode. Woo yeah, look at that. I gotta say, it took me, what, like 6.5 hours? Here. No, because it's probably gonna take me right to a cutscene. But 6.5 hours, give or take, to get through the prologue. And of course, I was reading everybody's text, so, you know, that kind of matters. But, man, I look forward to seeing where this game takes me. So, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know, as always, what I can do to make the experience better. I look forward to playing again. See you on the next episode of The Legend of Heroes: Trails from Zero. Ciao.